Yes, Abhijit, welcome.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Students are joining just within
Yes,
2
sir.
minutes. How are you, Abhijit?
I'm fine, sir.
See you. Nice to see you. After long period, at least virtually we can see.
Yes, sir.
अभी
Actually,
आप
it's
इधर
my pleasure.
मैंगलोर में है? किधर है आप? मैंगलोर में है किधर है?
Sir, Manipal.
मणिपाल में आप? सॉरी, मणिपाल में है.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So are you planning
Okay,
for going abroad and all? अभी कुछ?
Yes, sir. अभी मेरा हमोल्ड फेलो का सेकंड राउंड क्लियर हो गया है.
आपका आवाज थोड़ा कम है, मतलब आवाज थोड़ा.
सर, हमोल्ड फेलो अभी आ रहा है, सर? क्लियर है? ऑडिबल है?
अभी क्लियर है. ठीक है, ठीक है.
सर, एक एवीएस फेलोशिप होता है अलेक्जेंडर वॉन हमोल्ड फॉर जर्मनी.
नहीं, आवाज नहीं आ रहा प्रॉपर्ली. थोड़ा उसको करेंगे. मैं आई डोंट नो. आप वही ले सकते हैं क्या? आपके पास हेडफोन वगैरह है क्या?
हाँ, सर 2 मिनट चल गया.
That is great.
सर, अभी आ रहा है बात?
ये अभी आ रहा है. या बोलिए.
आवाज क्लियर?
अभी आ रहा है.
ओके सर. तो सर, एक फेलोशिप है हमोल्ड फेलोशिप.
हाँ, आपका माइक मेरे से थोड़ा यहाँ पे रखो. माइक है ना?
सर, वो मैं कर ही रहा हूँ सर.
ये अभी आ रहा है क्योंकि क्या हो रहा है, आवाज कम आ रहा है.
यस सर.
Yes.
आई जस्ट कनेक्ट विद द.
Yes. Sakshi, please tell others to join. Okay, soon.
Yes, sir. I have put the
About to
message.
begin. Yes. Please
Yes,
do not.
sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I'm really proud.
Am I audible
Abhijit,
now?
yeah, audible. I'm really proud to see Dr. Abhijit Pandey.
Thanks a lot, sir.
Yeah. So now you are
Recently,
maintained all the level.
so one level is still remaining, sir. I just maybe I'll get it. It is DSc, Doctor of
DSc.
Science.
Yeah, same. I was talking about student not aware about PDF also. कि PH
Oh.
कुछ होता है. So I talked about that DSc. So they अरे DSc होता है क्या? We never. मेरा DSc के बाद भी होता है level 1, level 2.
Yes, sir. It is like.
Yeah. तो ये भी
Very big
बच्चों के लिए, स्टूडेंट के लिए हमारे नई चीजें सीखने के लिए. मैंने अभी मेरा लेक्चर था अभी. I was talking about you. I told about progress, how you from B farm to M farm, then how you transform your life completely.
Yes.
The journey, how it begins. Everything I told you. Maybe.
Yes, sir.
I know from you more. Okay, maybe.
Sure, sir. Anytime.
Let's will start.
Yes, sir. So good morning, everyone. Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, sir. You're audible.
Great.
Yes.
I'll begin your session. I'll introduce Abhijit. Then probably we will start. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. We'll make it informal. It's not like, okay.
Yes, fine, sir. That's better.
Students, please feel free to ask any questions. Abhijit, our alumni only, okay? And he's my very, 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 I think, a very favorite student, we could say, in one. And we are in, continuously talk regarding research, all these things. We are publishing articles. I think I only told Abhijit was the first student in MIT, he could publish one article in third year BPharm, final BPharm.
Yes, sir.
I think that was journey, how it has been started. He is going to speak, not an issue, but I'm just highlighting the points that we are going to. This is really inspirational story. I really, whenever I used to conduct my session, I used to give the example of Abhijit Pandey. How he has been transformed his life. He was very average student. Okay, he was a shy and very, very, average kind of student, but he gradually, improved from first to the second year, then third year, then final year. So completely, he transformed himself. Maybe because of good mentor, good guidance, many many attributes are there. Yes, students. I could start the session. Very good morning to all my budding fellow pharmacists. Today we have with us very, very genuine and very cooperative and very, very we can say the famous personality in the Manipal. Okay, I knew it from their teacher only. Okay. And very good student, very humble and very cooperative, supportive students, because he's my student always, he's my student forever. So
yes, sir.
BPharm in our college, I think he's a passed out from 2010 batch, if I'm not wrong. Yes, correct. And afterwards, he went to MS University for his MPharm. Then he completed his PhD over there along with the collaborative project with I think Cadila Pharmaceuticals.
Cadila and Bhabha Atomic Center.
Bhabha Atomic Centers. That is a really great part. Okay, he probably going to talk on that. And afterwards, after completion of PhD, then he never ended his journey. He continued with his PDF, okay, after PhD. Probably you might be not aware about there's a PDF after PhD. Then after PDF, after completion of his PDF from Manipal University, now probably he's thinking on DSC. That is really the dream. I never thought on that I could complete my DSC. PDF also I cannot think. But he proved himself by completing that PDF course with very good university. Reputed university like Manipal University. Then now his journey for going for the DSC, maybe because of pandemic situation, he could not went there. But he definitely, certainly he proved himself for all this thing. He deserved a lot. I really, once again, welcome officially Abhijit on this platform where we are interacting with our budding pharmacists. Those are studying in MPharm first year pharmaceutics. Mm-hmm. Probably we would like to hear you more from you. So over to you.
Sir.
Thank you. Over to you, please.
Yeah. So good morning, all of you.
I think, in one message only, I asked him, could you conduct tomorrow's session? He, instantly messaged, sir, I'm ready. So that is a kind of, attachment bonding he's having with MIT. Yeah, over to Abhijit.
Yes, sir. So good morning, all of you. As I told you that I was a batch 7 to 11 of MIT. At that time, it was MIP. Yes. Now it has changed. So that won't change the research thing, which is still going on there. So when I joined actually BPharm there, it was, whenever you join BPharm, people will tell you, acha tune pharmacy kiya hai kya? You didn't do MBBS, you didn't do bed dental, kyun pharmacy mein kyun aaya, tumhe kuch mila nahi kya? So when I came, same thing was with me. People should tell me that tumne kyun kiya, tum padhne mein kamzor the, iska career acha nahi hai, and so many other things. But before telling them my journey, I'll tell you, right now, I am guiding 3 MBBS and 4 dental students in their PG. So I am a guide for people who have done MBBS. So you can understand how good career this pharmacy has. So I'm audible to all of you, na?
Yes, very much audible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So when I joined my bachelor's in pharmaceutical sciences, research was there, but people were more of afraid, or they were not able to find the approach, how to proceed in that thing. So I got the best mentor. I met Poshit Tiwar sir, and we were like more of a friend. I mean, he never treated me like a student. I'll tell you a very good story behind us. I mean, because it's informal, I'm telling you that once I wanted to go out, to roam around in Lonavala, and I told sir, I'm not feeling good, so I want 1 day leave. Sir told her, you want to go out, take 3 day leave, say you have fever. So we were like such a good relationship. He was very helpful. And while having practicals, when I told him that, sir, I want to do my research work, I want to go into research, because people are telling that there is no scope of pharmacy, but I want to do change the perception. He supported me so much that he told me, fine, I will arrange timing for you so I can take free time. Sometime I used to take half of the practical time and go for research lab work. And at that time, I had no funding for research. So he used to arrange the chemicals, drugs with his friends in company. And we started doing small research work, which at that time started from survey, going to hospitals, studying antimicrobial load. And second year BPharm, I did my first presentation. I found it good. So sir supported me. Okay, fine, you can publish paper. And that way I went ahead. I was very shy initially. I was, first of all, I was, when you go from a good city, you know everything. Okay, but I belong to a small city in Patna, which is in Bihar. So this research thing was out of context, as per me. When I came to Pune, I thought, Pune hai people from hi-fi, they won't treat you good. I had that, I was scared about those things. When I met Sir made me feel so comfortable. I had no background research, nothing. I joined pharmacy, but he supported me like, okay, he trusts me on that thing. And with his due skill, I was very shy. So he made me the editor of journal of our pharmacy college. I was chief editor. He gave me a very good platform to work, to correlate people, connect with them. And that boosted my confidence. Then I went on to do research, and I guess while finishing my BPharm, I had 4 publications. At that time, even teachers don't have so much publication in 4 years. So I was really thankful to Sir for helping me so much. And only with his help, I got the chance to do my masters. I went because I was not sure to do I did GPAT. I thought I'll do job. But then Sir told me that, no, you have got good research background, you have got publication. You should try for your masters instead of going for your job or some other thing. Because people generally go for MBA and other profiles to get job, which give you easy money, but it's not long-term stability. So because Sir, I went on to do my masters. I qualified GPAT, and Sir helped me a lot. I'll tell truly, I had no idea how to prepare for my GPAT examination. Then Sir gave me notes. He told me how to study and how to go simple. Don't go for high-level books. Go for simple books, but clear your concept. It helped me a lot to get GPAT qualification. And then I went to do my master's. And yeah, even masters, all the teachers knew Sir when I went to a college. And all of them, they knew Sir because I used to be external in that college. So it's like Sir was always there with me, directly or indirectly. And then in masters, I got a lot of chance to publish a lot of articles. Or the people say there were Sir's friend only. And doing masters, I at least got around 15 publications in my masters. And when I finished my MPharm, I always call Sir. I only call 2 people, Poshettiwar Sir and Jagdade ma'am, for throughout my career. So I asked him, Sir, is it like good to go for job or go for PhD? Then Sir told, if you want to go in research, go for PhD. So I applied for examination. I got in MS University of Baroda. And when I went there, I had no funding to pursue my PhD. So I wrote a proposal to Bhabha Atomic Research Center. People who are in Mumbai, they know that it is a very prestigious organization. And getting into Bhabha from a pharmacy background, it's very tough. You can't get into Bhabha Atomic. It's all about nuclear physics. But then I was in constant touch with Poshettiwar Sir and Jagdade ma'am. I used to ask for ideas, what type of proposal should I write? And then he gave me all the credential, how to proceed. And one more thing, the thing which helped me a lot in getting PhD funding is about presentations and conferences. In my BPharm, just because of Sir's motivation, I attended 48 conferences and poster presentation. And that was too much for me. I mean, 50 presentation in 4 years, it was out of context. But Sir helped me with giving me off to take presentation. Even he helped me making posters and even get them printed. I mean, no one will help you so much. People will hardly tell you kya karna hai, but Sir used to tell me how to make the poster. He used to give me the outline of poster. He used to even tell me kahan print karwana hai. Agar late ho raha, will call them to get it printed early. I mean, he was a like total package of everything. So with that, I got into Bhabha Atomic Research Center, where I was the first from MS University of Baroda to get the funding of BARC, where my work was from nuclear medicine and nuclear therapy. So now why I'm telling all this is how you can proceed with your career. My pure was BPharm was pharmaceutical sciences. I went to masters was pharmaceutics. Now it's become very diluted. Only drug delivery, you make tablets, you make capsules, you make gel, nanoparticle. What after that? So when you go for your career thing, it becomes very monotonous if you stay in same field. Okay. So you need to change your field, change your perception about the research work. First few things which defines your research is your idea. Second is your publication. Okay. So I thought, why not move from pharmacy to allied field? So I went to nuclear physics, radiomedicine, nuclear therapy in Bar, and my whole work was totally a next level work. Started from pure pharmaceutics, and I ended up in molecular pharmaceutics. Now, molecular pharmaceutics is a branch of pharmaceutics which deals more with subcellular part, like you want to target mitochondria, you want to target nucleus, you want to target Golgi apparatus. Plain pharmaceutics is making drug delivery, that's all. Molecular is making delivery system which can target a particular part inside a cell. So I don't know how many of you know about this molecular pharmaceutics, but it is a very budding field, and there are lot of funding, and you get like opportunities full throughout the European country and UK and US on people who are working on molecular pharmaceutics, which is more of a cell targeting approach. So I got my PhD in that thing, and then I got an offer to work in Cadila as R&D for US market. But while doing my this job, I used to talk with sir always. So I was not satisfied that okay, I did my PhD, but PDF is still remaining. Now, what is PDF? PDF is a postdoctoral research fellow. Means anything which you do after PhD is counted as PDF. Now, doing PDF is very tough thing, because in that you have to guide a PhD student, you have to guide master student, you have to take lectures, you have to write for proposal, get funding. Like when I joined Manipal as a PDF fellow, my guy, the vice chancellor told that a PDF, when you go for PDF, you have to give interview to vice chancellor of university. It won't be a teacher or professor. It only vice chancellor, registrar, and there was a committee of 18 people who will ask you a lot of questions, which even you don't know. They ask about policies, questions, research, funding, societal benefit, everything they will ask you. So I qualified that thing, and when I got PDF, I had the opportunity to work with industry, do their work, and guide. Like I have got 11 PhDs under me right now, whom I am guiding. Out of 11, 3 are from MBBS. They're doing MBBS in KMC, and 4 are doing they're in dental science. Okay, so when I got the chance of guiding them, I was very happy. Then I realized, okay, even I'm a pharmacist, I am guiding people who are doctors. So what does this signify? This signifies the end point is how do you take your career? Okay, how far you want to go? If I wanted to just do job, I would have been only pharmacist. But I can enhance my pharmacy skill to reach a level where I can guide people who used to be having more faith in the in the job. Like if you see a doctor, he will never say, "Oh, I'm a doctor, my job is not good." If you see a dental doctor, he will say, "My job is very good." When it comes to pharmacist, we say, "Oh, we are pharmacist. We didn't qualify medical, so we came to pharmacist." We don't give respect to our job, what we should give. So at that time, I felt that thing, that okay, even though I'm a pharmacist, the people who are from doctor, they're calling me sir. I mean, they wait for you outside your cabin, and if I call them, they'll come back. Now that shows how our perception can make us big or small. It was not about degree, it was not about your career or the area you selected, but how did you take it, the whole role? How do you prefer to move on with that thing? So while doing my postdoc, I applied for a fellowship which is known as EMBO, European Molecular Biology Organization, which they only confer to 10 people in whole world per year. And I was really lucky to get that EMBO fellowship, and I was a visiting scientist at Medical University of Graz, where I used to teach the people of European people to how to do research in molecular pharmaceutics. And I mean, after coming back from EMBO fellowship, I applied for another fellowship, which is Humboldt fellowship, where I am supposed to go to Germany and help the people to understand how to do research. And those people are all engineers, doctors, biochemists, I mean, the reason for telling you whole of the conversation is to let you know how your preference and your approach will change your responsibility as well as your perception. Okay, like no one there will ask you whether you did a B.Pharm or M.Pharm. How you are perceiving that thing, where do you reach, what is your goal, that defines you. So I was the first from whole Manipal University to get EMBO fellowship. I am first to get Humboldt fellowship, and I am first Indian to get EMBO and Humboldt once in a year, like in the same year. They don't give same fellowship twice, two people. And I have also applied for DSc program. DSc is the Doctor of Science program. As sir told you, DSc is a degree. Like for getting a DSc degree, you need to get at least PhD, then 3-year research work you need to have. Need to have 2-year industrial experience, and you need to have at least 50 publication. So you will think, what is the best about DSc? Now DSc degree, PhD is a Doctor of Philosophy. Okay, it won't define your area. It's not specific for you. We India, we take PhD because we need a doctorate degree. But if we are from science background, what defines us is Doctor of Science, DSc. Now you can understand how big the degree is, that there are a maximum of 1,000 people in whole India who have got DSc degree. If you go to pharmacy, there might be not more than 50 people who have got DSc in whole India. So it's a degree which is a very high level, but again, it's all about perception. There is no age limit for pursuing a degree. There is no age limit for doing a research. So this is how I made from my pharmacy background, from drug delivery to nuclear physics, nuclear therapy. In my PDF, I was working on material science and engineering, which was totally about making 2D material, 3D material, biosensors. And in my PDF, again, when I went to University of Graz, I was working on extracting lipid from bacteria and how that lipid can be used for interacting with cell, and it was all like a mixture of molecular pharmaceutics, biophysics, material science. And now the DSc degree which I'm applying for, it is totally based on advanced materials. So I started with pharmacy, but I'm working now in advanced materials about implants, knee implants, artificial hearts, biosensors. So started from pharmacy, went to advanced material, but I'm still a pharmacist. Okay. So if someone tells you that there is no scope of pharmaceutical sciences, what you're doing, there's a lot of scope. Okay. And I'll tell you one more thing. The thing which I told you was how beneficial it is for degree. Okay. I don't know how many people are from GPAT qualified, but when you do PhD, to support the PhD, okay, so it's a really good for you, because when you go for PhD thing, our government has got so many things. Like there's a fellowship known as PMO fellowship, Prime Minister fellowship. In that you get 70,000 per month. That is non-taxable. You don't need to pay any tax. So it's, imagine you're getting 70,000 per month. You won't get that much salary if you do go for a job. You won't get 70,000 per month. So you're getting postdoctoral PMO fellowship. Then you have got UGC fellowship, UGC BSR. You have got ICMR fellowship. You have got DST CERT fellowship. You have got AICT fellowship. If you're a girl, there are some Samriddhi and many other yojanas for giving. If you are a girl who is topper, if you are topper in M.Pharm, you can get Inspire fellowship, which is 38,000 rupees. So you see the amount of money you are getting. The minimum is 28,000, highest is 70,000. So even if you work after M.Pharm, you won't get so much money. So you just need to find the thing that, okay, there are schemes from government. You need to just get that thing and use it. I'll tell you a truth. In Inspire fellowship, there are 1,000 seats, but people who fill form is only 200. So all of them get the fellowship. And in PMO fellowship, there are 500 seats. Only 100 people fill the form, because they don't know. Okay, as a fellowship hai. What they think PhD is a tough degree. It's not a tough degree. PhD, you are getting monetary benefit, like you're getting 30,000 per month, and that is the thing which the government is giving you. Apart from that, you get a lot of grants for travel grant from DST, SERB, CSIR, where you can go to US for 1 month, you can go to Europe for 1 month, you can go to France for 1 month. You can go for 1 month there and come back to India. In that 1 month, you can understand the culture, the people, the research going into different countries. That you won't get to learn if you are doing a job, if you're not pursuing research work. Like when I got into research work, I went to Singapore, I went to Malaysia, I went to Austria, I went to Australia, I went to Graz. None of where I spent my money. It was all government money or different funding. You make a good career out of the fellowship they're giving you. And what do you think? Like if you go for a PDF fellowship, you know how much they give you for PDF? They'll give you 3 lakh per month. And the maximum amount you will spend is not more than 90,000 rupees to stay there. If you go for Alexander Humboldt Fellowship, they give you 5,000 euros that come to 4 lakh per month. I mean, this degree is not only about degree. They are making you enough money to stay there and do research. So it's giving you financial benefit, degree benefit, educational benefit, as well as culture benefit. Like you are in MIT right now. You know how it is working. Now there are things which is different in Europe, or you go to France, you go to Paris. So you can learn the culture, how they proceed. I mean, people have different approach. You know, in India, we think, okay, if you'll hardly find the collaboration thing in India. It is very very negligible. People don't collaborate because they think, नहीं, मुझे ज़्यादा publication करना है, वो आगे बढ़ जाएगा. You go to France and Europe, they collaborate. There are 20 authors in a single paper. So that is a research culture you need to inculcate inside yourself. And you will know that once you go into research field. So if you do research, you got financial benefit, education benefit, plus culture benefit, which you won't learn if you go for job thing, like directly. So this is what I'm telling you. The PhD thing is awesome nowadays. You get a lot of travel grant to go abroad. People, they don't apply for grants. So like Manipal is a center for NDF fellowship, National Doctoral Fellowship. So we always have a committee meeting here in Manipal. So they say that they don't receive application. Their money, which we have to return back to the organization because we don't have a candidate. Like in Manipal, we have got TMFI fellowship, where Manipal University is paying 22,000 to people to do PhD. So if there are 20 seats, we only get 10 applications. Because people don't know about this thing. But they don't understand that if you do PhD, it's not about degree. When you do PhD, you have to guide PG student. You have to take lectures of masters and bachelors. You have to arrange your own chemical. You have to talk to vendors. मुझे ये chemical चाहिए, chemical कब मिलेगा? You have to collaborate with different organizations. Like you have to mail people in France, in Europe. Sir, I will do this work. Can you help me with this thing? Can you help me with that thing? Means you have to arrange everything. You get project from industry. You have to handle that project. You have to talk to the manager of that company. He will ask you for present. Like we have got Alembic project. We have got a project from Alembic, and we have got project from NQ Pharmaceuticals. Now we tell our PhD student, go and talk to the manager. So manager calls our student and asks update क्या है, कितना, and those people, they talk to the people of industry directly, VP level, GM level, where you won't be able to talk to them because for them you are employee, but if you do PhD, you are a scientist to them. So they will call you and they'll ask you, इसका reason क्या है, and then they will give the reason and they will accept it. Okay, ये एक scientist बोल रहा है, not an employee. So you get the respect. I mean, they come here to visit Alembic people. They sit, they listen to our presentation. Whatever you say, they okay, ऐसा है क्या? Okay, fine. So you get this knowledge of how to manage a team, how to manage your whole project management thing, which is good when you go to industry. Because you have this, okay, तुम्हें पता नहीं, for example, if sir is there, you don't have Carbopol. You will tell positive sir, I want Carbopol. If you are in PhD, you have to find from where can we get gift sample of Carbopol. You will talk to the manager of that company, convince him that give me Carbopol, I will do good research, I'll give you paper. He will get convinced, he will send you 1 kg of Carbopol. I mean, you will be away from spoon feeding. In M5, you're getting spoon feeding. Sir will give you drugs, sir will give you polymer. In PhD, you have to arrange everything on your own. And that gives you exposure. Because if you do good work, who knows? You talk to a person for Carbopol, he liked the research, he will call you for interview. You might land a job there after doing PhD directly. You don't need any reference for that thing. So those things only possible if you take efforts for that thing. Spoon feeding is good. It is very comfortable. But as you know, if you want to succeed in your life, you have to leave your comfort zone. And that happens when you go for PhD. PhD is very tough, I'll tell you. It's tough, but you learn so many things. Like if you are a very short-tempered person, you will become very calm after the end of degree. You will know how to treat your people. You will know how to, like, you might tell, Arey, सर मेरे मार्क्स नहीं दे रहे हैं, सर इतने स्ट्रिक्ट हैं. When you do PhD, when you have to take lecture of M.Pharm, then you understand, acha, what is teaching? You have to make presentations, you have to make PPT, you have to make question paper, you have to check the papers, and then तुम्हें समझेगा कि what is the workload.
Abhijit, I just interrupt you. They are realized because I am getting done all these things maybe last 1 month. They realize this fact whatever you are speaking. Okay, you continue.
Yes, sir. So those things very tough. Like people think that making online lecture is very easy. Oh, online lecture is very tough. You have to manage the whole students. Offline lecture, I'll tell you, offline we have to take one question paper, finish. Online we have to make 10 different sets of question paper. You know, 10 different mark sheet. And in Manipal, there is a process where you can file a RTI form that mujhe kam marks kyun mile, and then I'm responsible to answer you. That means you have to read every word of the question paper online, check it, and then give the marks. So people have given our RTI notice to us. Why I get less marks? So it is very tough. Online is very tough. So the effort the teacher are taking, like you say, arranging this lecture, it's like you think it's very easy. Lecture arrange ho gaya, kuch nahi baithna hai. It is not easy. Trust me. It is very like, because you are student, you have no responsibility. The teacher faculty, unke upar ek head hota hai, unke upar ek aur head hota hai, and we have to submit the whole data to AICT. Humne itna kaam kiya hai. I mean, it's a very, very long process, long work. So this thing you understand if you do PhD. And trust me, if you do PhD, I'll tell you simple, frankly, if you take a job after M.Pharm, you'll get a package of 3 lakh. Do PhD, job PhD, you'll get a package of 7 lakh. Fourfold plus, you have got doctorate degree and you will get a respect which you don't get as a master's. If you want to do job, I suggest if you can go to research, there's a lot of money in research, little lot of money, plus culture, collaboration, meeting new people. Like if I go to, when I went to Singapore for a CRS meeting, I was very young. I mean, still young. So I was really surprised to see that people from age of 50 and 60, they'll call you sir. Why? Because of your research background. For them, your age won't matter. Your degree won't matter. What matters is your research publication. Who are you? What are you? So they give you respect, like you think, itna izzat mujhe kyun mil raha hai? I'm very young. But that is how they treat you. It's their culture of treating researchers. It lacks in India, the research culture. So for that, you to understand those things, to go abroad. And going abroad is not only doing PhD abroad. There are a hell lot of opportunity. You can take so many chances to go abroad using different fellowships in India. But people don't know. There is Raman Charpak, which gives you, it will take you to France. Endeavor will take you to Australia. There's a Privacy Fellowship will take you to US. EMBO, whole Europe. Humboldt, DAD, take you to Germany. They give you a lot of money. And once you become a part of, like once you go as a fellow student in European country, they give you a card, and that card, using that card, if you do shopping anywhere in US or Europe, you get 50% off because you are a researcher. That is the thing. I mean, you get a lot of respect in that way. So what I'm telling you is that in case you think that doing pharmacy was a bad option, or you just did your master's because you got fellowship or GPAT fellowship or you got no job, it's wrong. Pharmacy, if you take in a proper way, you proceed in a proper way, all the industry people, they're all pharmacists only now. They're earning in crores right now. They're pharmacists. The only thing difference is at that time, competition was less. There were only 20 colleges and 100 students. Now there are 200 colleges and 5,000 students. Again, but the thing is, if you are good, they will take you. At the end of the day, company wants profit. If you can give them profit, they'll hire you. But again, it's about perception. How do you perceive things? Like if you won't, I'll tell you a very good example. You all know about vaccine. COVID vaccine is there. But you might not be knowing that COVID vaccine is nothing but a nano platform. It's the first nano platform as a vaccine made of lipid nanoparticle. Now this lipid nanoparticle is in market since last 20 years. People are working. But that is now in industry. We are taking now. It's commercial now. But you don't know, okay, vaccine nothing but lipid nanoparticle. No, that is a new term. Okay, so that means the research which was nothing, it was on paper 10 years back, it is now in market. Liposomes, 20 years back, no one knows, it is in market. Drug nanocrystal, co-crystals, amorphous nature, these all are in market right now. So it's like we think research is nothing, kuch kaam nahi hai. Everything in market right now is a part of a research which was done in academics long back. In India, they don't get a lot of recognition. If you go to abroad, they have got collaboration. the industry won't do any R&D. Like SBA, silicon nanoparticle, it was made by Santa Barbara, Massachusetts, Princeton. They make even this vaccine which is coming. It's not a industry. It is called with Princeton and Oxford. Oxford is what? Oxford vaccine is Oxford University. They do the research. So you can understand what is the value of research. Company are making vaccines. Correct, 100% true. Doctors are giving it. We say that doctors are corona barrier. But what we don't understand is the researcher, the scientists. If we won't make the vaccine, if we won't make the kit, what will doctors do? Nothing. It's all we made the kit, so doctors are able to understand acha positive and negative hai. But we scientists, we won't make the kit, how will they understand? So we give them resources. Okay, it's just like one is the king and they're the king makers. So doctors are corona barrier. We are the people who are giving the resources. We'll give them vaccine, we'll give them the kit. We will tell them that, okay, if you see the Lancet paper, all our researchers, scientists were making, okay, COVID vaccine pe ye dawa kaam karega. COVID vaccine has got spike protein. Who told them? Doctors don't know. Researchers know there's a spike protein. Researchers know these things. So you understand what is your value. Company can make money. Doctors can see the patient. But you are in background. It's just like a CPU. Computer looks good, looks big. Without CPU, it is nothing. So we are like the spinal cord of the whole healthcare system. So you understand this part. So you should first take respect for your own. Okay, you are a pharmacist. That means you can be a biotechnologist, you can be a researcher, you can be a scientist, you can be a lot of things. In Oxford, there are two people who have got pharmacy background. One of my guide in BARC, Dr. Aruna Korde, she was a M.Pharm in pharmacology, and then someone told in Viva in company that you are a M.Pharm, how far you will go. She took that on ego. She became head of BARC, and now she is head of International Atomic Energy of Vienna in Austria. She has a pharmacy background, pharmacology. So I'm telling you how far you can reach. From of M.Pharm, it's only M.Pharm is the cross section. You decide you want to go which field, material science, biomedical science, you want to go to polymer chemistry, you want to go nanotechnology, you can go biosensing. There are so many open field. And right now, the best part with your batch, we have got a lot of fellowship because people are not going abroad. They're not taking chances to go abroad out of fear of corona. You go on LinkedIn, if you want, even I can send you the position. There are more than 100 positions open for PhD. They want students to come, but they are not coming right now because in Europe, in India, we are very robust. Okay, we are not afraid of things. In Europe, they are very afraid. They won't come out. They won't talk to you because there's COVID. So they're not getting student. You go there, they'll give you money, they'll give you respect, and they'll give you a job there. So this is like how I came from a B farm where people told me that pharmacy मतलब कुछ नहीं होता है, तुम कुछ नहीं कर पाए, pharmacy कर रहे हो, and now they're asking me, sir, अब आगे कैसे बढ़ना है? So see that level. You might be a GATE qualified. People say, अरे मैं GATE हूँ, तुम GPAT हो क्या? But if you have GPAT, I've got people from IIT. They are collaborating with me to do research work. They are GATE. They are IITian. I'm a pharmacist. But again, it won't define you. What defines you is a publication. Like when I came to Manipal, there's something known as impact factor for a paper. It is very tough to get impact paper. When I was there, Sir Pushpa told me about this thing. He told me that if you get one impact paper, it's a very big thing. It's a high thing. So he told that in Science Direct, it's very tough to publish in Science Direct. It's a very high level platform. We will get science from all over the world. They work published there. So I was like, okay, Science Direct is a very big thing. Like, kaise karu, kya karu? I had to just go with sir and tell always, sir, ye karu, wo karu. There's so many things there. But then a time came, and right now in Manipal, I am the only person, including KMC medical engineering, having 4 papers of 15 impact in 1 year. So no one has right now till that thing. And recently, me and sir also starting to write paper because being an alumni, it is my responsibility to give back to college something. And I was too busy with my degree. But this COVID time told me, okay, whatever I am right now, the people who are behind me, who helped me go up. So probably this year we'll see a lot of paper of our own college in Science Direct. And because that's a very good achievement for our college, it will be.
Just Abhijit, adding to you, the Mayuri Ganekar, she is there. That paper that I have forwarded to you, that is her paper only, Theranostic Medicine.
Okay.
Probably we are planning to publish in Science Direct with the collaboration with the Abhijit Pandey.
Yes, sure, sir. That will.
Good paper. Maybe we are planning for the student also. Yeah, sir. This is really a great moment for us.
Because this is what we want. Like publishing Science Direct will show the level of research you have, and it's not at all tough. It is very easy. The only thing you need to do is you should be less confused and more focused. Like if you in MPharm, you see okay, paper likhna hai, you will see okay, we can write paper on oral drug delivery system. No, it is a very vague topic. Okay, it's too vague. There's people who are working on, so you need to be specific. You can make it like use of lipid nanoparticle for oral delivery. It becomes specific. You can write use of like if you're writing anti-cancer drug, delivery of anti-cancer. It's very vague topic. You can write bisulfan or chloride platinum-based drug for lung cancer. It becomes specific. So this is a way you need to proceed. You need to be very specific for publication. I'm telling you, publishing art is not at all tough. It hardly takes 1 month to write. It's during this lockdown of Corona lockdown in last year, we published 15 articles in 1 year. It's very tough, and all of them are Science Direct. One of them is in ACS. I mean, the first from our side, American Chemical Society, no published. Now that thing is not a very tough thing. The only thing is you have got a mental like, see, Posh Srivastava was the person who told me, don't go for job, go for research. I took that thing, I came here. I never had the chance to work with him in my master's. But people have the chance for him as a guide. He is very friendly, but never think his advice is not useful. He has got the experience. Like I did BPharm, I am doing DSc now. He's still there as a professor. So see the amount of experience he is having inside him. Still now, even for doing DSc or anything, I talk to sir, aisa karna hai, kahan jau, kahan, because a professor is always a professor. Okay, what we think, okay, we are young, we know the everything. It's not like that. It is very important to get the guidance which is from what we gain from experience. Okay, bookish knowledge is very easy. You go for internet to get a lot of bookish knowledge. It's tough. It's very easy. You can find it. But the thing you get from experience, only professors can help you. So, like for you, because anything which sir tells me positive, sir, right now, I'm already ready for that thing. So even if you want any help, you want anything, anytime, whenever you want, I'm there for you. Because for my post-professor was my first guide and always my guide, my mentor. I'm still like, he was the first person I messaged, sir, can I write a paper with you? Doesn't matter what I'm doing right now. I still need his permission. And that shows like what he means to me. So you are really lucky actually you are having him there as a person. I always have him on phone or online. So I don't have the privilege to talk to him personally. I actually tried to come Manipal few times, but then every time things were not, sometimes sir was not there, sometimes COVID, and then I was not in India for a long time. So, but then when I came back to India from Austria, I had this in mind that, okay, now I will have to we have 4 papers in BPharm. That time I had paper in BPharm also. And all of them was, you find only one common name is Positivar sir. The writing paper, doing research is okay, but the writing paper is a different thing. He told me how you should write, what is the flow of the paper, what should you mention paper. I mean, you have to write in SI units. Even this thing sir told me. This thing looks small, but these are minor details which sir told me. So the first paper which I wrote, RGPT with sir, I still remember that thing, and you won't believe that paper has got 2,000 reads and more than 800 citations.
Citation, that's really great.
Highest cited paper is that.
Student, what is the H index of this? Abhijit Pandey, more than 17. It's very difficult to achieve H index more than 10. He could achieve 17, and H10 index 27, more than 27. Really, it's a great pride moment for us, sir. We are really proud of you, Abhijit. Please.
Thanks a lot, sir. So this is what I'm telling you is how you can proceed. Now, this is the whole thing which I told you from my side.
My H index is also not more than 11. My H index is right now 12.
But then you are kingmaker. You help people to grow. See, this is the thing. There's a proverb now that teachers are like a candle. They burn to give you light. So even I have H's of 17, but I still am asking permission from you, sir. Can we write paper? I mean, that's a different feeling. I mean, I don't know if these people understand or not. In our generation, we understand that getting a chance to work with your own guide in bachelor's is a big thing for us. Nothing matches that feeling. So this is what I told you from my side. Now I'm open for questions. If you have anything to ask me regarding research or anything else you want to, any one of you.
Abhijit, your words of wisdom is really very inspirational for us and really motivated. Sir, kind of thing that you spoken over here, it touches our hearts. Really,
Thank you, sir.
Every word, even not myself, even students are really, they might have now thought in different perspective, how we can, transform our life, how we can think differently, out of the box. Sometimes there's no box like that you have to think.
True, sir.
To say my students, you have to think like that. There's no box. Think like that. And you come up with the solution. You come up with the problem and also solution. Find out a solution for that so that you can become employable. That is important.
True, sir.
So employability skill is very important. Yeah, even though student taking degree, PhD, PDF, I can see many students having PDF, PhD, but even they don't know basic terminology.
True, sir. True.
This particular, Abhijit transformed his life from the, the journey. If you see the journey, he was very much, struggling for the life starting. If you see the farm and all, he came from the Patna. That time, students are not liking his, we can say companion and all. But he used to that, and he never complained about that. He never complained. He never came with complaint. He always talked about positive approach. Always, sir, मुझे ये करना है, मुझे ये करना है, वो करना है. Or never talked about any complaint. कि मेरे इसके साथ जमता नहीं, ये होता नहीं, ऐसा कभी. They never he spoken like this mind. He always, spoken a positive mind. He came with positive approach always. So that is the kind of, I think, the best message he has been given to the all students, fellow students. Please, now the session is open for question answer. Please, Sakshi, Purva, please come up with the answer. He's always ready to help. Yeah. Please, Sakshi.
Yes, sir. Sir, can you please guide us to how to select a topic for our research, like in MPharm also?
Yes.
Yeah. See, first of all, you need to find what is your forte. Like everyone has got area that you want to work on a particular disease, you have to work on a particular system. Drug is not very important. Drug is a model part. Just remove the drug for time being. You should think, you should ask yourself, like my work since BPharm, MPharm, PhD program was on brain tumor. I'm working on this for the last 15 years now, a brain tumor. So the first thing for section of topic is which area you want to work. You want to work on disease, you want to work on platform, or you want to work on drug. I'll tell you a very good example of why these are important. There was a drug long back. It was a drug in 1980, sodium valproate.
Yes.
You must be knowing valproic acid. Okay.
Yes.
So while formulating, the researcher found that it makes a dimer, and the dimer makes it stable. 10 years later, they found it is known as co-crystal.
Okay.
Sodium with 2 valproic acid, sodium valproate co-crystal. And that thing, they spent a lot of time and money on that thing. But then they found, okay, co-crystal is a phenomena which can be controlled. And then there are so many drugs with that property came in the market. Okay, so it was serendipity. Same way, there were drugs of, there's a drug pantoprazole. Okay, it is acid labile drug. And people are thinking, isko kya karna hai, kaise banana hai? And then they made a dry powder drug and they injected. From that, they thought we can lyophilize the drug. There will be no moisture, it will be stable. So these are serendipity. So depends on what you want. You want to work on a particular drug or a disease or system. Disease like you want to work on cancer, you want to work on Alzheimer, you want to work on any other disease which is neglected disease, you want to work on liver cancer. Then come delivery systems. You want to work on nanoparticle, you want to work on capsule or tablets. If you come nanoparticle, you need to know, you have to find an area. You're doing a master's, means you need to be specialized in a particular area. And then you go for route of, like my was intranasal, nasal and IV or oral, transdermal. What do you want? So the first thing for selecting a topic is your forte, your interest. You just can't select a topic like you're going to a restaurant and find, okay, mujhe masala dosa khana hai. Mujhe acha laga. It's not like that. There should be a particular reason for that. Like you want to work on cancer, why do you want to work on cancer? Or okay, if you have got any drug, like if you have got drug X, okay, you find about that drug X. Your drug X mein aisa kya hai? For example, there's a drug isoproterenol, for example. Now you can't put it in light; it is photodegradable. You can't put in water; it is hydrolytic degradation. You have to put in nitrogen because it's got oxidative degradation. So you have to find तुम्हारे drug का background क्या है? What is the thing which is stopping it from getting delivered in normal way? What is the bioavailability? Now you think, okay, now you have to find, you have to increase bioavailability or you want to increase the stability. Okay, they will find, okay, iska stable hai, so what we can do? We can make co-crystal, we can make Fourier dispersion, we can make nanoparticle. Kya kar sakte hain? So first you find the drug, see the background, and then find appropriate platform for delivery of that thing. Like if you have got, for example, drug which is not soluble in water, and you want to make, for example, transdermal film, it won't be very easy. Water soluble nahi hai, so you can't make a drug which is not water soluble into a transdermal system. So you'll go for organic solvent. You can make liposome, you can make nanoparticle. So you need to know about your own platform. Drug ka background pata nahi hai, so you won't be able to proceed. Like you don't know the log P of your drug, how will you proceed? Log P defines the absorption. You don't know the log P, how will you make nanoparticle? Why will you make transdermal? So the first thing to make a research topic is select a drug which has got issues. Sir has, like when I was there, sir used to give me a lot of names of the list of drug which is useful. You can किसी का दिक्कत डिग्रेडेशन का है, किसका बायोबिलिटी का है, किसका साइड डायरेक्टेड नहीं है, कोई बहुत एडवर्स इफेक्ट कॉज करता है. सो विल हेल्प विद द ड्रग थिंग. So you have to go for the drug का background, find a reasons इसमें क्या क्या दिक्कत है and which one you want to overcome. You can't overcome all the things. Select, okay, you have to increase the target efficiency. Okay, then you can make nanoparticle. You want to deliver more into brain, you will go for intranasal. You want to enhance the permeation, go for transdermal. You want to increase the stability, you go for solid dispersion or co-crystal. So you need to first go for the background of the drug, get the different limitation, select a point, and then move on. It can't be like a restaurant menu. It's not so easy. If it is easy, you won't get it published, because अगर इतना easy होता तो बाकी लोग उस पे काम कर दिए होते हैं world में. What we are lagging?
Yes, Sakshi, I think you got your answer. He has been, explained in very, very nutshell and lucid manner as a student point of view. Okay.
Yes, sir. Right.
Like taking restaurant example and all these things. Okay, we always pick up some problem. No? We are not taking all the atoms at time. So you have to take one atom,
Yes,
enjoy that atom, then you can move it further. Like,
exactly, sir.
That is a very good message he has been given. I really appreciate Abhijit. So you are talking, in both perspective, as a teacher perspective, student perspective. Really, the kind of message you are giving to our students. It is frequencies getting matched. Again,
Yes.
map with the system.
Yes, sir.
About the brain drug delivery, then you have to always map with that, whether my drug is crossed that BBA. Okay.
Exactly, sir.
So a lot of constraints are there. It's not an easy task. So today only I talked about critical attributes, QBD. So
Yeah.
Kind of thing that the Abhijit is talking. Attributes, how we can select the critical attributes, different independent parameters. So your impact, what is the impact of that particular your parameter that you're checking, and what is the response you are getting? If it is a significant, then probably we can discuss that. We can resolve the issues.
Exactly.
I really, appreciate. Yes, please, students, you can ask.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Riddhi, please.
Sir, I want to know that you told about various fellowships, but as a student or we are not up to that level that we could know from where to get the knowledge about fellowships. So how was the way that you carried out to know about these different fellowships?
Yeah.
Great question.
It's a very good question. First of all, this Positivar sir and Jagdade ma'am, they helped me initially a lot about those things. Then came when I was not able to get few fellowship, I started searching on my own. Okay. I mean, when you do your masters, you are a graduate,
Yes.
postgraduate degree. Okay. That time you can't expect spoon feeding. But I understand, because there are things which you don't, academics is more of a learning thing. But in right now, what I can do is help you. If you want, I can give you the whole list of fellowship. If you want to do PhD, I can give you a list of fellowship, how you can apply, when you can apply. I can forward that to Positivar sir, and he'll distribute you if you actually interested for doing PhD.
Yeah.
In that case, I can even help sir to tell him where are the open position for PhD.
Abhijit, we will, have maybe one more session on only fellowship, probably.
Yeah, sure.
Student would like to know more about that, because everybody.
Sure, sir.
Now you are triggered their mind. They were not thought about this line also. Now I think you are, it's a burning candle, like that. You are taken the example. You are also act as a burning candle. Okay, you are burning their mind, triggering their mind to enhance their all the activities. Like we
Yes, sir.
Even a modulator. I think you are modulator for them.
I can give all the list of fellowships, and like even after your masters, you can join IIT as a PhD student.
Great.
So you can be IIT in brand. You can get IIT brand. You can join IASC, which is the topmost of India. There are things that it is very easy. You just need to approach, and for that you need to at least have 1 or 2 publications in your masters. Like you are, even you can write 1 or 2 papers. It is very good, because if you see in IIT, people who are BTech or MTech, they have only one paper. So if you go for 2 papers, I mean, there's a whole field of biomedical engineering, textile engineering, biosciences in IIT Mumbai, IIT Madras. They take pharmacy graduates. with at least 2 papers.
Yes,
It's easy.
yes, Abhijit. Yes, Abhijit. Actually, that's why we have initiated that activity from maybe this year. Maybe we are late, so we have made compulsory to make the seminar. Not only preparing seminar points, also we release that seminar in Good Impact Factor Journal. That activity we are already started, and definitely this knowledge will be helpful to why we are making compulsion on this, because of this.
Yeah. They don't
Somewhere
understand
it will
because
get benefited, somewhere get it added a value in your all curriculum. It's a value added. Yeah.
Because if you miss a chance to get the brand of IIT, you can still have that in your PhD. You can be an IITian. So, but that you need to work a little bit, get your publication, and IIT is there for you. It's great. I can help you a lot. I can get you guide name. I can help you get into IIT. It won't be a tough task if you get publication. That's all.
So yeah, Abhijit is always ready. You can connect with the LinkedIn also. He's on LinkedIn also, very active. You can connect with me. I will. Yeah, Riddhi, I'll take your questions. Sure, certainly. Please, Riddhi.
Yeah.
Yes, first of all, I would like to congratulate Dr. Abhijit Pandey on all his achievements.
Thanks a lot.
I would like to ask you about that. Purva asked about that fellowships after our post graduation, and I would also like to know about that if we have selected a topic, a particular topic, so how to proceed further for its research point of view. And sir always say the topic you have chosen should have the industrial feasibility. So
correct.
How can that, sir?
See, for that I'll tell you. For example, if you selected a particular topic, research topic, so how you proceed? First of all, do you have idea of QBD? I mean, did you read that part in the masters?
Yes.
What is quality by design?
It's a very, I think, just now they talked about that and everything they have learned. Now they are very much aware about this concept. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So for moving forward, the first thing you should do is finding the industrial problem. Okay. Like I told you, like for example, a very simple thing I'll tell you. You ever thought why there's no injection of, there's no tablet of morphine in market? You only get injection of morphine.
Yes. Anyway,
there's no tablet.
Please give the answer.
So
degradation.
No, not really degradation. It is abusive drug. Morphine is nothing but drug. So they can misuse that drug. Great. So for that, a company came with an idea, which was a PhD student in California. He used the word abuse deterrent formulation with a tablet system, which he used coating to make it in a way you can't break it. It will only degrade inside your body. So you can't break it, you can't take morphine out of it, and you can't misuse it. So they call it abuse deterrent formulation. And now there are companies who have taken that idea and they're making drug of tablet which you can't break outside your body. Okay. Simple idea. You got that thing. So it's about how you can make it more feasible for industry. Like if I give you a drug, pantoprazole, there's no injection in market right now for pantoprazole. There's only capsule and tablets and lyophilized powder. Why? Stability issue. So if you want to move forward for industrial perspective, you should know what is the background, why it is not there in market. The things are very simple. Like I'll tell you the Ashoka extract. Okay, it get degraded in body. There are tablets in market for Ashoka extract, oral floating tablet, but it degrades in your body. You need to make it in such a way it should go into industry and then release drug. So you need to find the drawback why those things are not in market. There are so many things, like if you go for nanoparticle, what industry want is how can you scale up the nanoparticle. On small scale, you can make a nanoparticle having size of 100 nanometer in 100 ml beaker, but industry they have to make a 50 liter. So how can you make a formulation which can be similar when you make it a 50 liter, when you scale it up? So company is about stability, scale up, and feasibility. If you're making a transdermal film also, a very simple example. If you're making a transdermal film also right now, can your film be scalable? Can you make a 1 meter sheet? Can you design a new method? Like when sir and me were working in 2008, we made an in situ gel. Floating in situ gel. Yes. And right now, after maybe 11 years, people are still doing in situ gel. I think this saw paper.
Yes.
So the thing which published
I have shared in my group.
Yes, sir. So I saw the paper. So 11 years back, we did that work. It was Sir's idea. Can we make that thing? Can we use ion gelation method? It was in text, but not in lab. We did that thing. We got it published. So thing was very simple. After 11 years, you are doing the same thing. What is lacking is innovation. It was Sir's idea 11 years back. But then sir will give you an idea. You need to improvise that thing. What else can be done that thing? So for industrial perspective, keep two things in mind: scalability, feasibility, and stability.
Yes.
These things are very important. Should take, if you want, I can give you name of a drug which are very tough to formulate. Like for example, I told you, morphine tablets. You can study about abuse deterrent tablet. How can you deter the abuse of any drug? How can you make a drug? For example, if you go for any azoles, any antacid tablets, they are not stable in acidic media. What will you do? How can you can the best thing is you can work on industry right now. They are working on co-crystals and co-amorphous solid. So if you work on co-crystals and co-amorphous solids, like I tell Novartis, I've been recently interviewed by Novartis for senior scientist position. So in that case, they only asking for if you know how to make co-amorphous solid. What is co-crystal? Because they want to bring down the cost of making of drug. You can't make liposome, it's very costly. You can't make nanoparticle, very costly. What company want? Can you make a simple formulation which is stable? In that case, co-crystal are the best part. All the new medicines are a co-crystal, co-amorphous solids. If you want to work on MPharm, you can select topic like it's simple, cost effective, and very effective for market perspective. So you work on co-crystals, awesome. You work on nanogels, awesome. You can work on co-amorphous solids, very good. You work on further dispersion, but then you need to have an idea. You just can't make milk and tea powder to make coffee. Okay, you need to find why are we using two different co-crystal? What is the rationale of using? If I'm using carbapol at pH 7.5, why not pH 7.4? You should know that after a particular pH it won't be stable. Why we can't add salt in carbapol? Because sodium ion will break the cross-linking. So these are the things which you should understand. The reasoning. You go to company, you make a co-crystal, they will ask you why you selected this co-former, why not B, why not C? You need to answer them. You should justify your research. So if you are using any excipient, you need to give the rationale. Like in FDA, when I work in FDA market, they'll ask you if you're adding NaCl 3 milligram, why not 4 milligram?
Yes, Abhijit. Yes, Abhijit, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I think this is the best example. See, rather than understanding the fact, how we can convert that fact for a creation purpose, how we can apply your knowledge for solve that issues. That is very important. Always you have to think you have to become critical thinker rather than only understand.
Exactly.
You have to understand the fact, that is important. But how we can transform into the creation purpose so that we can make it scalable, feasible, and stabilize formulation. That he spoken. Really, it's a great message, Abhijit, you are given to all our students. This is a kind of life transformation, because we always talk MIT WP School of Pharmacy, bring the life transformation. This is our tagline. Okay, so this is a kind of you students have a lot of aspiration. So this Abhijit also came up with a lot of aspiration when he was admitted in pharmacy. Now he proven himself by doing himself. Okay, by using mentor. I used to say in my class, whenever you want to become successful person, we should have three things in your mind. One is MAP, that is mentor, proper mentor. A is attitude, and P is perseverance and passion. So I think he had MAP to reach that destination. So he got that kind of mentor, maybe during B.Pharm, M.Pharm, PhD, everywhere, because without mentorship, without good mentee, we cannot get successful. We cannot get success.
Not possible.
It is required. Yes. So MAP is required. That's why I used to say MAP. Okay. Yeah. Yes, students, I think we are running with the time. We will just go with 10 minutes, Abhijit. I'll take
yes, sir.
minutes. Okay. Is it okay for you?
Yeah, perfect, sir. Fine.
No. So your time is precious. I know. You're also working. You're also handling so many portfolios other than research. Okay. Yes,
sir, I have one more question.
Please.
Like you mentioned while doing PhD, is it compulsory to teach MPharm students? Like personally, I don't love teaching for like in crowd or so. Is it compulsory to teach MPharm students?
No, it's not compulsory, but I tell you what is the reason. Okay, I'll give a very good example for this thing. It's like there is the two things. One is women's toilet and other is men's toilet. Now it is not written after men's toilet, women's toilet, men's are not allowed. Yes. We don't need to write that thing. It is understood. If I'm a real man, I won't go into women's toilet. There's nothing like nahi, mard allowed nahi, aisa nahi hota hai. So what is that thing? It's for your own understanding. Now, why it is important for lecture? Guide won't tell you how to take lecture, but you have to take it on your own. Why? Because you might go to industry. You join as a senior executive. You move to the post of manager. When you move to post of manager, you have got 10 employees under you. Now you have to teach them. It only teaches you how to speak in your crowd. Because if you've got stage fear, how will you speak in crowd? When you go to industry, you have to give presentation with VP and general manager.
Yes,
they're like super high people. Right now you have got students. That time you have got super high people. They will ask you questions which you don't even know. But then it will teach you how you need to speak out. The words you could, like, if someone asks you, I'll take a simple question, a very simple thing. How you learn is known as behavioral interview. There's a system which is called SP concept, like start concept. In what is happening in that thing, you need to understand what you're speaking. Like if I ask you, do you think, like for example, if I ask you, why did you left your last job? Imagine you're doing a job. I will ask you, why did you leave last job? What will you give me reply?
Sir, I would tell the reason probably.
What? Just give me any reason. What comes to your mind?
Yeah, this is the way of confidence, how you are getting the confidence and all these things. Okay, this is very important. Okay, why we are giving seminar to you, present the things, just to boost your confidence, to boost your soft skill development. That is very important. Soft skill and domain skill.
Probably and the word
skill, but this is soft skill.
The word you're using, like I'll tell you, if you go for a job, like if I ask you why IIT is better than MIT, what will you say?
Please, student, take parts. You can give the answer, please.
Yeah, anyone can give me. If I ask you why IIT is better than MIT, what will you say? No one.
No one.
Sir, first of all, it's a central government, and also it's a central government.
Okay.
That's all.
Yeah, Riddhi is also taking something. Riddhi.
Yeah.
Sir, for you, we see always the research point of view, and also we always see the brand of the college, that we say in the better language, that quality of education we compare all the time.
See, but that brand, it only matters till masters. In research, there's nothing like brand. Okay, and I'll tell you how to play. It is known as behavioral interview. When you go for PhDs or you go abroad, the interviewer will be your guide. It is a way of knowing your attitude. Now, if I ask you why MIT is better than IIT, I won't say IIT is better than MIT. What I'll say, I have no knowledge how IIT works, but as far as the culture I've seen in MIT, it helped me get a lot of confidence. In case IIT is better, it will help me enhance my research work. That's all. You can't compare. If I ask you why do you left last job, you can't say acha nahi tha, mahal kharab tha. What to say? I learned a lot of things in last company. I want to learn more, so I want to shift. It gives positive attitude. You can't use negative words. You use always positive words.
For better prospect.
Always, exactly. You should use only positive words. You never say IIT is better than MIT. You don't know. What you know is MIT, you learn a lot of things, very good culture. I've got research experience. In order to get cross-cultural knowledge, I would like to join ISC. People, what you're doing is not at all bad. Always be positive. This is what they see. It's about, there's a whole interview questionnaire. I was giving interview for Switzerland or Novartis. They had 9 mentors abroad. They asked not a single technical question. What they asked, how do you define research? What if your manager is against you? What if your guide is telling you to do wrong thing? How do you reply? There is no technical word. It's all about, because they know technical they will teach you. You will learn, but attitude we can't change. So to work on your attitude, how do you reply? If in one sentence you use 10 negative words, no, not, I don't think, I'm not sure, it means you are not very much confident. To remove the negative word, use positive. Everything, whatever you say, like if you say that, okay, imagine you've got conflict of interest, a person, like your guide is telling something to do wrong, what will you do? You don't say, no, I will go against guide. That is wrong. You can say, I'll go through the background, whether that thing is against the SOP or not. In case it is against SOP, I'll talk to my manager, I'll convince him that we can change the way we are working. It is positive attitude. You can't say, I will go and complain against. It's wrong thing. So you to see that thing. How do you talk? Attitude. Now this is learned when you teach people in class. You meet 10 different students, have 10 different questions. Few are positive, few are negative. It's just like you're having a press conference. Pakistan attacked India, but you have to define in a way that it should look good in whole world. That no, India is very Sanyam. they won't fight back, but you have to give reply to make sure you're not weak, but you're not aggressive. For that, you need to take lectures, you need to speak out and know how to reply and when to reply using what words. That is why you should teach people. That will help you boost your own confidence of speaking.
100% percolation, Abhijit. In one word, I would say
Thank you, sir.
100%, you know, all the things that we have spoken, we consider as a small molecule, maybe large molecule, 100%, you know, it is permitted in our minds. Even I got to know from you. So percolation again, percolation. We always talk about viability, na? If you get more,
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's better.
Yes, sir.
One molecule. We always try to make class one molecule. So
any more question for anyone?
Abhijit is, I think, class one molecule. He is having, you absorb all the things. Very nice.
Yeah.
Sir, I just have one doubt. Like in PhD, there are full-time PhD and part-time PhDs also are there.
Can
So
you put on a camera,
regarding
please? Can you put on a camera, please? This is a good habit. Always, whenever you're talking, na, always put on camera.
Actually, my band.
ये भी manner है, attitude है.
Problem.
Please. बराबर ना, Abhijit?
Yes, sir. I mean, you get points for interview if you go abroad.
This is the point of abroad. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes,
So,
please.
so will you please elaborate? Like there are two that like you can do a full-time PhD and you can do a part-time PhD. So what are your views regarding it? Like, is it okay to go for a part-time PhD or we should always go for a full-time PhD? So what you can say?
See, part-time PhD is only to enhance your degree, resume, because you won't be able to work in a lab. If you work in industry, how can you work in a lab? In part-time PhD, you get degree. You've got a guide who will support you. He'll help you writing papers. You'll get result. That's all. It's like spoon feeding. If you go full-time PhD, it's just like you actually going to a restaurant ordering food and then making food in kitchen. So you know, if you are ordering food, you know, okay, आधा घंटा हो गया खाना क्यों नहीं है, pizza क्यों नहीं है. When you make pizza, you know, okay, there are variables you need to control for making pizza. Now, if you go for part-time PhD, you become technician. Means I will tell you क्या करना है तो वो काम कर दोगे. You are technician. But when you do PhD full-time, you become a mentor. You can tell ये करना है तो क्यों करना है. And that's the thing. And if you do a PhD is a doctor of science. I mean, you're doing a doctorate degree in pharmaceutical science. How can you do part-time? I mean, there are things which is required. A lot of brain, for first batch to optimize, I took 8 months for first batch. Okay. So there are ups and downs which you need to go through. You need to go through that stress, that depression, that workload, which is then because you don't have job. Okay. So you will do research work to make sure that you should get a good job. If you're working in a company doing part-time, you have no tension. You already have a job. You need PhD to add in a degree. Anyway, if you go for a good company, they won't accept part-time PhD courses.
Yes.
You go to abroad for a postdoc, they won't consider part-time PhD for postdoc.
Even addition to this, UGC also, you know, released the guideline in 2019. Now they won't allow PhD degree part-time.
20 yes, sir. October 18
yeah. It was new release guidelines because of, you know, Bhushan Patwardhan was one of the member of that, and he made that compulsory. Because of this, you know, a lot of degree people are doing part-time degree and they don't have any knowledge. If you see the in scientists ratio in among the all worldwide, hardly 2% scientists were there in that. Okay, that was the, I think, point of concern. Now it has been made, you know, in different way.
Yeah.
Abhijit, you have spoken in really very, very good and lucid manner, and I think everybody have understood. Still, any you know, any questions in your minds?
Sir, can I ask one more question?
Please.
Yeah, you can ask many questions.
Next 10 minutes again we'll continue.
Sir, it is said that PhD requires 3 to 5 years. So, like for example, X person does it in 3 years and I am doing it in 5 years. So does that impact in like selection? Like if we both apply for same place for work in future, so would it affect, like he would be selected and I won't be preferred, or?
No, not at all. At the end of the day, PhD is determined by your publication quality. If you're doing in 5 years, you got 2 publication in 5 impact. If I do in 2 years, I've got 1 paper in 2 impact, you will be selected. Time won't matter. The thing which matters is your publication and quality of publication. And number, this is important. If you like, there are people with me, there are people in Mehul, when he was Zydus, he took PhD for 11 years, but he got Nature. You got 1 Nature is equal to 200 publication of India. You got that point. So it's all about type of paper you're doing, quality, time doesn't matter. Don't worry. The people who have done 8 years, 10 years, 12 years also.
Yeah,
so don't worry about duration.
It has been said that if you get published 1 paper in Nature, you probably, you know, equivalent to Nobel laureate.
Exactly, sir.
Yeah, Lancet, so Lancet and this Nature. I already have told them key impact factors. High quality journals. So everyone having dream. Even Abhijit must be having dream to publish 1 article.
Exactly, sir. I am.
My dream also there. Everybody is having that dream. because getting published in Nature and Lancet is really, you know, become like Nobel laureate. You can get.
Exactly. There are hardly people. They know in pharmacy, sir, who have got paper in Nature.
No.
Sir, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Please, Riddhi, please.
Sir, is it necessary that while doing a PhD, we should have a industrial experience or a practical knowledge regarding the subject, or what we do in BPharm or MPharm, we only study according to the point of theory view. So is it necessary that we should have the practical knowledge regarding our topic or research field, and we can continue or proceed betterly on that research?
No, you don't need to go for industrial experience. It's not required. When you go for PhD, the only thing required is to give presentation of you write a whole proposal on your own, that what you want to do and how you do it. So that proposal is you have to present in front of registrar or the HOD of dean of that university. They will ask you questions. You pass that. They'll ask like, if you're doing work on any particular thing, I'll tell you how can I use FTIR in your work. You can define that. Okay, why we can use FTIR. I ask you how can I use DSC in your work. You'll tell, okay, I know how to use DSC in your work. They're happy, finish. You don't need to have any practical knowledge prior to your doing PhD. It's all your justification and technical belief. But you should be sound. Technically, you should sound. Like if you're making a transdermal film and you can say that I can find particle size, it's not possible. Understand that thing. You should be technically sound. You should understand if I'm saying something, is it feasible or not? Every step should be justified. If you're making going for enteric coating, why are you going for coating? Why are you using that polymer? Why only this much coating? If you justify everything, you don't need to have any prior industrial experience. You can directly join after master. In fact, it's better if you are in second year MPharm, after third semester, start applying abroad or India, wherever you want. Because it takes 3 to 6 months to get acceptance from someone.
Yes.
So, but if that's what I'm telling you, should get at least 2 papers till that time. If you write a paper, it gives the guides an idea that you have got writing skill. That is very important.
Yeah, Abhijit, one more questions. Getting into the abroad for the PhD, is there any requirement for GRE, TOEFL?
No, sir.
No. Okay.
No, it's not required. If guide is ready, if you're going for fellowship, like private fellowship, PM Manmohan fellowship.
Okay.
It's you don't need to have you have your 12th in English, your graduation PG in English. That's important.
Okay.
That's all.
I was also not
GRE required.
Great inputs from you. Student.
If you go in Canada, if you have got masters and you have done PhD with full publication, you have got 70% chance of getting a citizenship of Canada.
Great. Now,
because they are PhD.
Student, now you must have realized the importance that we are saying. Everybody, I used to say, we always, tell us, please publish one article, go with that and all this. Now you must have realized from the Abhijit, what he has spoken, rightly he said, what is the importance of the publication with good impact factor journal. Not only getting published is very easy. Now there are
true, sir.
Journals are there, but into Scopus and Web of Science, these are the 2 important index journals. We always try to publish in 2 important, this Scopus and Web of Science. There are so many articles, so many, daily I'm getting 2 mail for publication. Within 24 we'll publish. That is not scientific. Yeah, I'm getting daily mail. So become editor, become a reviewer of our journal. You can publish article within 24 hours, all these things. That stuff is not going to helpful. Only you'll get a number. Okay.
True, sir.
Not important. Quantity is not important. Quality. What he does, what he has spoken, what he did, and he himself improved. The impact factor of the journal that he has published more than 20, 15. 15 is one is more important. It's very difficult to publish more than one. Now, Purva must be realized for publishing our edible vaccine article must be Asmita and working under me. So, this is very, very important. Now, that's why I'm always tell you go with Scopus and Web of Science, because these are going to be countable for your life. Because
they write that you need to have a Scopus index journal publication.
That is.
They write in PhD.
Yeah, because they mostly ask this, whether you are publishing Scopus and Web of Science.
Mm-hmm.
You should know what is Scopus index and what is Web of Science, what is UGC Care journal. In India,
sir.
Because there are many UGC Care journals are not even good, but okay, we will consider that also because they Care 2, Care 1 list.
Yeah. Any other question? Who else next?
Sir, I would like to ask that listening from your all whatever you have told right from the BPharm to this journey of yours, it was always it seems like it is always a win-win situation for you. But was it really a win-win situation, or you had to face some struggles during all this?
That I'll tell you. After my bachelor's, I applied to a few universities in ICT Mumbai. Okay, I thought it's a very good college. I can easily get that. My career will be very good. but then there were restrictions, like you should be a domicile holding. Applied to Jadavpur University, you need to domicile. So there was a point when I didn't get a very good college for my masters. I was sitting at home, I was very depressed. I got dark circles thinking everything. Then I told Sir in Jagdade about this thing. Then he told we can go for Maharashtra. They have got society. You can apply for that thing, get the counseling. I went to Aurangabad from Patna. While coming, train was stopped in Bhusawal. I would take a train from Bhusawal to Chopra to Erindol to Pune, from there to Aurangabad. A long journey. I missed my first round of counseling. And then I got a college, HR Patel. Shirpur. Small, very small college, like 4-room college, that's all. Nothing is there. I took admission in that college because I had no option. Okay. When I took admission in that college, before I joined, they were like, no publication. When I joined, they won 3 DST thesis competition. They got nano funding of 50 lakh rupees. They got multiple things because the guy who was there, who was Sir's friend only, so used to come there for take Viva of microbiology. Yes. So his friend was there. He talked to that friend. He helped me a lot. That Sir, he gave me offer. And even though it was a college of only 4 rooms, when I came out, I got the highest publication in the whole area of that North Maharashtra Jalgaon University. So it's like, it was very tough. After doing my master's finish, I did in May. I got admission for PhD in December. So I took a risk. I left the job. I didn't go for a job. I was applying for a PhD. It took 6 months for me to take PhD. I got PhD, acceptance on 31st December 2013, like New Year. So that was the best New Year I had. When I took my PhD, I had got no fellowship at that time because I was from Patna. I went to Gujarat. I had no domicile, no PhD fellowship. So at that time, I was like, oh, I had no fellowship. What should I do? So I applied for a funding. I got 5,000 per month, less than even GPAT fellowship. Yes. 6 months, I was like struggling, no fellowship, nothing. Then somehow I got into BARC. I read somewhere that we can go. I write a proposal in BARC. My guy told it is impossible to get in BARC. Leave that thing. Don't apply. I don't want to. मुझे अपना reputation खराब नहीं करना apply करके, तो होगा नहीं वहाँ पे. I fought with my guide. I convinced her. I applied in BARC. It got approved. It was first from MS University to get approved in BARC. Then they called me to work in BARC I was working there for 2 years with all the good scientists. From there, I got a job easily. I was doing PhD, I got a job. So that was very easy for me. But for postdoc, I applied so many places. I was doing job and I was working and applying for postdoc. Well, you should do postdoc within 3 years of your PhD. After that, you don't get fellowship. So I was applying and then I got few yes, few no. And suddenly I got this Manipal, the opening with a good fellowship. I mean, they were paying like 90,000 per month for postdoc. I was getting only 50,000 in job. So I got more money in PDF. And then I applied for EMBO. I applied for France, rejected. Austria, rejected. Then I applied for Singapore, rejected. And then I applied for EMBO, who my guy told me to reject. Don't worry, you won't get it. After 4 months, at night, 11 o'clock, I got the acceptance. Great. And then my vice chancellor tweeted that thing, that Abhijit Pandey is the first from whole Mahi in last 35 years to get EMBO fellowship. So I struggled. It took me time. The only thing I didn't leave was hope. I kept trying.
Patience and hope, both. Patience and hope.
You won't believe I applied for 900 application for my postdoc. 900. I've got the whole list of that thing. And then we had a few alumni from our own college, which I took from Pushpar and Jagdade ma'am. I asked them how to write the strategy, how to write the work proposal, cover letter. They checked it. They sent me back. I mean, these are alumni network. Everyone is there to help you. The only thing is, you have to put aside your ego and ask people. Think that you are a layman, and there are people who will help you anytime you want. I mean, our alumni is very strong. UK, US, Nebraska. There's so many alumni. Even I talk to them in Texas.
I think we had a session of Nebraska. Our Chinmay Jogde.
I know.
You're there. Yeah. This is a great, the person who, guiding in Manipal to Abhijit, the Dr. Mutalik sir, Srinivasan, he's also a very good friend of mine. This is the way how we can connect with people. Even I used to take guidance from Mutalik sir, sorry, Srinivasan sir. He's a very humble and genuine person. He always say, no, sir, so please, you can talk anytime to me. He never, cut my call. Always, he happy to help me. These are kind of things how we can get it done, okay? Yeah.
Just need to ask them. Don't bring ego. Ask whatever you want, wherever you want.
Because problem of this room, and they are very afraid. Sometimes they are afraid we can talk and all that. You please आप एक स्टेप आगे आइए ना, वन स्टेप आगे आइए. डेफिनेटली व्हाई यू आर थिंकिंग नेगेटिव अप्रोच, व्हाई यू आर कमिंग विद नेगेटिव अप्रोच. ठीक है, नहीं सर क्या बोलेंगे, या कॉल मी लेटर, या मे बी यू कैन टेक अनदर कॉल नेक्स्ट टाइम.
Exactly. Yeah.
You'll get failure maybe 1 or 2 times, but afterwards, you know, that particular person realize, yeah, there's something is calling, something is must be urgent because the person is calling 2 times. So this is the way.
Yeah, true.
Don't be lose your patience and your hope that he has given the good message.
So I did struggle a lot, but
Yeah,
everyone does. It's important. That is how you know the importance of the thing you're getting. So.
But you are the golden molecule of MIT. I really, you know, in one word I would express these things. Feeling he's really, you know, the golden molecule. We can say BCS1 molecule already. he he used to you know, call many times. I used to talk with him. Really, he's a great person. I could say he's a great human. He's a very good human being.
Thanks a lot, sir.
Okay, yeah. Because what do you want in our life, na? To become a good human being rather than
That is important.
First human being, become a good human being, then further parts comes. Okay. Yes.
Yeah, next question.
Any questions? So we are taking long. Yeah.
How do you manage your research work, your guidance to all students like MPharm, PhD students, and everyone?
That in one word I will tell you, I even have to receive phone call and go to lab at 1 o'clock at night.
Great.
They call me because I have to go because they are in lab, they are working lab. So it's my responsibility to go there and help them. So sometime when I was in BARC and even MS University, we used to stay till 4 o'clock in the morning. We used to sleep in lab, like we got a pillow, sleep in lab because DISO is going on. So yeah, you have to give time. I mean, it's just like the more you input, the more output you get.
I think yes, this is called as 5D principle. You are proven that principle. You should have dedication, driving force, devotion, and we can say determination. You have all these things, really. Yes, please. Students, I think, yeah, most of the queries you have been answered very nicely. I you know, it has been percolated. I am giving assurance. It has been percolated very nicely. I can see the expression of the students and their comments. So any would like to give the live comments, feedback, because I'm not going to express the vote of thanks. This is the, okay.
Yeah, sure.
I know. It is the duty he has performing to give something back to the college. So he only approached me. Yes, sir, definitely. Would like to interact with your students. See, this is the kind of should have the bonding. I think we have a very covalent bond among because I always speak in scientific language because whenever always we correlate with the live example. It's a kind of covalent. Yes. Student, yeah, Purva, please.
Sir, I would like to congratulate on your success and also thank you for this wonderful eye-opening session. And the way you told the no to no attitude, that was very interesting, and I will surely work upon that and make myself a better person.
Very good.
Riddhi, please, can you give Sakshi, please. Sakshi.
Yes, sir. Sir. Yes.
First Sakshi, then Riddhi.
Okay, sir, thank you for the session. And as like we were really very unaware. Means today in the morning only we spoke to Satish sir about this postdoctorate and what
DSc.
Yes, DSc. Yes. We were unaware of all these things, and it means today we heard about all this, and it was really good to have you live and to get to know about your all you can say is success, and also now you have told us about all the challenges you have faced, and it's good to hear from such examples, and maybe we will have you someday again to just to boost our boost our confidence and everything.
Moral, we could say.
Right.
I'm there anytime, whenever you want, I'm there.
Yeah, he is always ready. He never say no. In his dictionary, there is no word is not there. Because I used to say, okay, no means new opportunity.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Riddhi, please.
Yes, sir. I would like to thank Satish sir that he has arranged such an inspiring session with you, sir, and definitely your sayings will also help us to do our postdoctorate degree in the manner that you have did. And thank you so much, sir, for your such inspiring sessions and your such knowledge giving perspective, and you also he taught us that never lose hope and make or maintain consistency in your work, so you will get more of it. As you put input, you will get 100% output of it. Thank you, sir.
It's a GIGO model. He's a GIGO model. Whatever you're putting the garbage, how much garbage is coming out. It's a GIGO. You have to maintain that law of conservation of energy. And here, that law. Whatever the things are putting, he's coming with the very beautiful things without any losing any energy, any material science, because he's a man of material science.
Yeah, so now, yeah, I am material science.
Yeah, I remember you, man of material science now, because he has done wonderful work in the material science. Probably we never thought in this perspective. He has made in pharmacy, I think, very few guys who are working in material science, very few. He's one of the I think, the scientists, I could say, the budding scientist. Maybe I could see him Nobel laureates in future. That is my, because see what we need as a teacher, if student progression, our progression. We always think in this perspective. माझ्या मुलाची प्रगती झाली म्हणजे माझी प्रगती झाली. That is
true, sir.
What I feel. टीचरला काय पाहिजे? आपल्या मुलाची प्रगती पाहिजे. आपले student, if student is going to getting some excess, some excel, some success, so that is our success. So my Abhijit is growing. I feel I am also growing along with him. That is that kind of feeling I'm getting. So I'm getting proud moment. So the one of my best favorite student is doing excellent work in the field of pharmacy. That work is going to be helpful in society also, because he is doing wonderful work. Yes. Anyone, Rucha, sorry, anyone, Vinchurkar? Anyone would like to give comments, because we'd like to know your feedback. That is again energy we have converted into synergy. This is energy.
Yes,
positive waves, positive vibes. In pandemic moment, what we required, positive vibes. You have to always maintain your brain properly, because your body is controlled by mind. If your mind is not, probably your virus will be maybe overcome with all these things. I think this kind of session, if you have this give the positive vibes. What we need in this pandemic era, positive vibes. I think he talked very all positive, even though they have negative points, he convert into positive. Even though, because he asked the question, what difference you feel in MIT and IIT. So that is the kind of attitude you have. So that is a kind of positive way. Even though you have some challenges, but how we can overcome. Don't look at it as a crisis. So look at the challenges, accept it, and just make it as a, we can say your success. Yes, Abhijit, I think these students are very happy with their kind of comment they have been given. Really, it's very much helpful to them. And I look forward similar kind of session, motivational session, rather, indeed, we can say inspiration sessions from you to bring their, kind of work they are doing into reality. Because we talk about it should be viable. And I'm giving the confidence, maybe after 1 year, again, you can see the growth of our students. Probably they...
many times there's whenever you need any technical knowledge, any research work, publication, whatever you want, I am always there. I'm just a phone call away from all of you.
Anyway, student, जब भी आपको call करना है, अभिजीत को call भी कर सकते हैं, but taking his permission, you can drop the message for, then maybe, see, we all are busy, all of you know, we have certain portfolios and all these things, but definitely he will be available on LinkedIn. You can ask any queries. If you have any doubts regarding your project also, sir, how we can do this particular work, because he is an expert, he can guide you. So he is a facilitator, we can say. We also consider as a facilitator. Being a teacher, I always consider myself as a facilitator rather than teacher. So I am facilitator. Only we will facilitate. Probably we can see the...
even if you want to get few work done, like cell line works, which is not there in MIT right now.
Yeah.
Cell line, some characterization studies. The thing which I can do here, I'm always there for you. You can just let me know. I'll just do that thing also.
Even you can get it done. Some work that is some outsourcing work is there where we cannot done it in all MIT. Probably he will. He will help for get work done. Maybe evaluation part, certain parts. Even he will guide you. If you can send your review article, he will give you comments also. So what kind of comment? See, this we did it already. I have forwarded one article to him for review purpose, because being an expert, he's an expert. I may not be expert in theranostic medicine because I did not work in that line. So he is expert. So that's why I'm asking the comment from you. So see, ego आपको बाजू में रखना पड़ेगा. So maybe
true, sir.
See, we always being he is really having an expert in that area. You have to learn this kind of thing, how to encash the thing, how to extract good things, because we are dealing with that extraction process. No, when we always active constant from that raw material.
True, sir.
I think many students learn many things from you. Once again, I really express my sincere gratitude to Abhijit on behalf of our management, our teacher, on behalf of all fellow students, that you are sparing a valuable time to us and guiding our students for their the journey, next journey, I could say. So
sure, sir.
Once again, Abhijit, and we'll be always in touch. Okay.
Thank you, sir, for calling me, sir.
Yeah,
thanks a lot, sir. Bye-bye.
Student, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Thank you, all of you.
Take care.
Thank you, sir.
Well, Abhijit, thank you. Huh?
Yeah, bye, sir.
Yeah, bye-bye.